This video is going to be very powerful because I will show you how to set good boundaries with men so you can create powerful bond and attraction instead of being stuck in old push and pull patterns with those wishy-washy men. This is a part of pillar number 4 of Secure Love Creator Method, which is all about conscious communication. Hi, I'm Dalila Jusikla-Burge and I help high-achieving professional women transition from anxious love seekers to secure love creators so they can stop wondering where they stand with that one guy who blows hot and cold and enjoy a relationship with a man who is eager to take the next step toward commitment. Most anxious love seekers fall into two categories when it comes to setting their boundaries with men. The first type is those who don't express their boundaries at all, fearing that the guy they are seeing is not going to like them or they will come across as high maintenance, not so easygoing, and so on. Because of this, they often wind up in relationships that are not to their satisfaction, or they may think that they are in a relationship with someone who doesn't even consider what they have to be a committed relationship. The other consequence of not expressing their boundaries is that they don't allow the potential partner to get to know them and potentially make them happy. In some ways, you may come across as someone who is not interested in anything serious, so some good prospects may avoid you. On another end of spectrum, I see women who think that they are good communicators just by saying things the way they are. They consider themselves straight shooters. They may or may not realize that they often have such a big wall that they may miss the important cues from the potential partner. They may not even realize when someone is into them. They also scare men away before they even get to know them. When they're in a committed relationship, they wind up in arguments with their partners because the partners feel attacked. Hey, you don't have to go through the same old cycles anymore. Once you learn how to set boundaries from the beginning, you will attract right partners and repel the wrong ones, so you can create secure love in good, happy relationship. Imagine if you express your boundaries and instead of your biggest fears that he will not like you, he instead becomes even more attracted to you. Imagine how it feels when he continues trying harder for you, even after you said what you had to say. Yes, this is what happens to my clients who implement these communication techniques. The lesser-known secret is that men love when you set boundaries. Let me repeat this. Men love when you communicate your boundaries. Quite counterintuitive, huh? When you express your boundaries, you accomplish two things. The first is you communicate you are of high value. This means that you appreciate yourself and you will not settle for poor treatment. This is highly attractive to right men. The second one is that men can feel emotionally safe with you when you open up. They can feel that they can open up too. So let me give you the tips for expressing your boundaries. Boundaries are basically just one form of communication that helps you build secure love with your partner. There are others, but today we will focus on boundaries. You communicate your boundaries when something is not right, something rubs you the wrong way. The main issue to remember is that you deserve to be respected, and if you don't express your boundaries, you will miss out on creating emotional intimacy with him. So, when he does something that doesn't sit well with you, what do? You basically want to communicate that you feel disrespected. Depending on your relationship with him, you can communicate this in different ways. First, you can choose to be more vulnerable with him if you care about him and if your relationship is deeper. It also depends on the type of offense that he makes. If he's somewhat clueless but not a jerk, you can be more vulnerable. Sharing your feelings and being vulnerable evokes empathy in him and helps him get to know you. You also get to see what he's made of. Is he going to show that he cares for you? So here are some examples. When you talk to your ex, I feel insecure. When you don't plan dates for us, I feel like our relationship isn't important to you. Notice that in these examples you don't blame him. Perhaps there is nothing wrong with his actions, but they make you feel uneasy. So you're sharing it and giving him a chance to learn how to love you the way you need him to love you. If you're not in a solid, committed relationship yet and you don't want to be so vulnerable, you can evoke a little competitiveness in him. This way you can show him that you have higher expectations, and that can actually make him feel happy if he's your man, of course. For example, I'm not used to men not calling me and planning for our dates. It makes me wonder if you're interested in getting to know me. In this instance, you show him that he doesn't measure up to be considered seriously. Or, hey, I noticed you stopped courting me as soon as I started growing closer to you. You know, I'm not interested in the push and pull type of relationship dance. Been there, and I'm looking only for people who are ready for the real thing. In this instance, you show him that you have higher expectations and that you're dedicated to your personal well-being and self-respect. Communicating like this will give him a chance to reflect and see if he wants to pursue a relationship with you. You basically communicate that you love yourself and that you know there are men who can give you what you want. And the third way is when he's just rude. You can be short and direct. You can say something like, knock it off. That's unacceptable. If he doesn't stop, leave and see what he has to bring later. Will he reflect and apologize? This is powerful because you show him that you don't like and you don't take BS from anyone. You show him that you love yourself first and that you demand respect. A couple of reminders that will help you implement these communication tips. One is take space away from him if you need to process your feelings and properly formulate your boundaries. You don't have to have proper responses right away. You can be upset without having to explain yourself. Tell him you will talk to him later. Once you gain some practice, it will be easier to respond right away. Second one is be gracious. Don't demand or expect anything from him. Leave him to reflect, give him a chance to understand you and show you who he is. Finally, recognize when he corrects his behaviors. This is simple as behavioral reinforcement. We all love to be praised. Show gratitude. Most importantly, enjoy it. Think about it. This wonderful man wants to make changes for you. Relish it. There you have it. Now you know how to communicate your boundaries with men to spark attraction and deeper connection, which sets you apart from other women. But if you don't know how to access your deeper emotions, it's going to be hard to build a secure love and relationship. That's why I want to invite you to my private group where I teach more of these skills. The link is down below. The link is you know where, in my bio. Yeah, that's a Secure Love Creator group. The link is going to be in the comments. Thank you so much.